Hi, Rob. Thanks for joining us today.
My pleasure, Craig. It's great to be with you.
Let's start the interview with you giving us a brief overview of your products and services.
Okay, a quick overview of Advantego Corporation is we are a digital communication and enterprise software provider. We do this through two wholly owned subsidiaries, Advantego Technologies, located in Irvine, California, and our sales and marketing operation in Henderson, Nevada. We do this utilizing a proprietary platform, and we deliver these products as a specialized business process as a service. So that's kind of the 2-minute overview of what we really do.
Now, it sounds like Advantego is involved in a lot of industries. How do you determine which projects to work on, and what's the priority?
Good question, Craig. Over the period of time that we took over the company here back in October 2016, we've had the opportunity to develop a number of strategic partnerships with third-party, best-in-class technology providers. And though we have a library of technology that we have at our beck and call, you might say, we have focused on just several products right now, moving out the door and into 2019. Advantego TV, which is a patented digital signage controller product that we've integrated a couple of other solutions with, our Advantego directory listing product, and then our convertible note disclosure report, which is on the enterprise side of things, are the specific three that we're basically rolling out and putting our focus in today. It doesn't mean that as things come up down the road, we'll be able to go into this library of products and services that we have available to us and address some specific need. But you're right, we have a large variety. We have some tremendous technology partners that have partnered with us. And as things come up, we don't have to go looking for it. It would be right there. But first things first, and the idea is let's get sustainable, let's get profitable, and then we'll expand our product base.
What's the essential value proposition for Advantego? Why should investors take an interest today?
Okay, so the value proposition as it relates to Advantego versus maybe some other new or infant software provider is they typically need large amounts of capital. And you go out and you'll find a specific niche in the market. You want to go raise a bunch of software capital to develop this thing where we are already 60 to 70% done with any particular application that we may address. So by having this intelligent solutions platform, all we'll do is add to certain things within the modules that are already available, and we can get to market with a product not only quickly, but very cost effectively and beat the pants off anything, which means that our rate of return on our invested dollars is astronomical compared to the normal recovering of capital that your typical startup software companies have.
Now let's discuss that proprietary intelligent solutions platform. What is it, and how does it give you an advantage over your competitors?
Okay, so our intelligent solutions platform is made up of a number of modules. It's a large enterprise software system in itself. And what it does is it allows us to integrate these third-party technologies into these particular modules as need be. So the system itself, it's got workflow, it's got security, it's got communication systems, it's got a hub where we can integrate third-party existing data and systems. And so it's made up of a number of different modules that allow us flexibility that, that into itself would be a business. In other words, going out, raise the capital to build this platform to go do what we do. But we already have that, so this is able to shortcut it and allows us to basically take, your good application and put it in our platform, send it out to the market, and basically go out and compete with everybody. We're 60 to 70% done before we start, and that's something that most people don't have.
Let's focus on your business model, Rob. How do you make money?
Well, Craig, we basically find a specific niche in the market, put together a product, configure it, we deliver it to the marketplace. We make our money initially when we make the initial sale. And then long term, our whole goal is recurring revenue. So once somebody pays me once, I expect them to keep paying me. And as long as we do a good job on the customer support and maintain a good customer retention, our customer acquisition costs, decrease as time goes on. And that's how we make our money.
Rob, how big is the market opportunity for these products and services? How much of this market do you think Advantego can capture over the next few years?
That's a really good question, and we kind of look at the world as our boundary. And so what we've kind of done is taken a step back and look at some low-hanging fruit in some specific markets, some specific technologies, and kind of focused our efforts here getting into 2019 with our Advantego TV product, our Advantego business listings product, and the convertible debt as we roll into 2019. There are other products that we have on the shelf that we're developing that once these then get the traction, we get to sustainability, which we think we can do, say, mid-year next year. We'll then unleash these other ones. But the market itself, a lot of these markets are so big, if we just get a fraction of it, that'll be great. And once we get to a point where we're not seeing the growth based on the number or the amount of money we're spending marketing-wise, we've probably tapped out at that, and then we're going to just adjust to customer support, customer retention, and that kind of stuff. And then on the other side, where we have niche markets where you don't have a lot of big guys in it, it's kind of like the convertible debt report that we're doing. Nobody's doing that. And so we can get into that, and we expect to get a large share of that market. Maybe we can get 10, 20% of that market, which would be substantial. So it just depends. Can't really put a handle on it. Just as long as we're making money, it doesn't matter to me. We look more in terms of revenue and profit rather than percentage of market.
Rob, to recap, what's the main takeaway for investors? Why should they own your stock today?
I think the best opportunity is when you get into an investment with a young company that has a vision and a focus and has flexibility where it doesn't need large amounts of capital to execute. And we've been able to do that and provide that. And as we move forward in this particular situation, since we are so young, we're able to scale things and increase revenue and profits at a greater percentage than you can when you become a big mature company, as maybe 5 or 10 years down the road, which from a standpoint of an investor today, you can get a bigger bang for your buck today than you can down the road. I mean, we're not an Amazon or a Google or any of those guys, but then when you get to that point, yeah, you're very mature, you're very predictable, but the ability to get an upside and a rate of return on your investment, it's nowhere near where you can when you start, at the beginning of something. And that's where we are today.
Makes a lot of sense, Rob, and it's a great story. Thanks for being with us today.
Appreciate it, Craig.